वरुणेन्द्र रुद्र मरुद तुन्नुन्दी दिव्यैस्तवै वेदै साङ्गपदक्रमो बनिषदै गायन्दियं सामगा ध्यानावस्थित तत्कदेन मनसा पश्यन्दियं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुर्सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः। ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वती नमः। ओम श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरुवे। Hari Om everybody who have logged in. We have some special announcements. First, I will ask Sambhaji to present Sri Ramakrishnananda's visit, meaning not physically visiting, but his camp, in the subject, what he is talking, and when he will tell. Sambhaji, unmute your mic.
Hari Om Guruji. I wanted to share this slide, but seems like I don't have the permission to share this slide. This is a flyer about Swami Ramakrishnananda ji doing Zoom meeting. It's going to be online satsang through Zoom. It's going to be from August 23rd to September 1st, every day between 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. The flyer is available in Chinmaya Somnath website. The link is there. You just need to register so that you will get the Zoom link. The class is going to be every day, no breaks, August 23rd to September 1st, just 9 days. The topic is going to be theory of superimposition, Brahma Sutra. Just want to say a couple of, I'm not qualified to talk about him, but he's one of the great speakers from Chinmaya team. He's like our Vijay Kumar ji. He's very interesting to listen and very precise, and his presentations are awesome. And I have attended a few classes in the past, and I'm currently attending one more. You get a lot of information, very knowledgeable person, having associated with Chinmaya Mission for a long time. We'll be really blessed to join the session. Hari Om. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much for bringing our attention. He stand way above his Swamiji said, not like me, but another couple of announcements, 22nd and 29th, there may not be any class because I won't be available because of move. I selling the house and moving to another house. So if everything goes okay, 22nd, 29th, 2 weeks. We'll come to know as the day. We will have class on 15th, definitely. Another thing, starting September 12th, 13th, so that weekend, we'll move the class to Sunday, 11 to 12, not Saturday. So just I want to let you know, but we have time, 1 month. So same time, 1 hour, 50 minutes meditation, and followed by Gita class. Same chapter 2 only. So that is the, any other announcements, anybody, Sunilji or anyone? Did I miss anything? No. Okay then. We'll go to chapter 2. Today's summary person is Parag Gupta. Parag ji, please.
Hari Om.
Hari Om Ji, thank you very much for volunteering. Please.
Okay. In the previous shlokas, Bhagavan impresses upon Arjuna that self, the Atman, is eternal, is indestructible, it's not born or dies. Self is unmanifested and unchangeable. Therefore, there's no cause for grief. But seeing Arjuna still dejected, Bhagavan takes another approach, materialist point of view, where life is constant flux of births and death. And Bhagavan says that even if you believe the Atman is born and died, even then there is no cause for grief, because one who's born has to die. With birth, death is inevitable. And Guruji gives an example of bubbles on a rainy day. They come for a short time. Is that Bhagavan addresses Arjuna as Mahabhahu, as a strong man. Because he's physically strong, and is imploring him to be mentally strong too. Doctor? Thank you.
Very good, Parag Ji. Thank you very much for summarizing. There is the last one. Atachainam nityajadam nityam mamanya semridam. And next sloka, jatasya hidru. We just chanted this sloka, but we did not go to deep meaning, explanation. So we'll chant it one more time. Jadasya hidruvo mrityuhu dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmata pariharyarthe na tvam sochitum arhasi. This sloka, very deep meaning. I'll tell the meaning, word meaning first. Jadasya hidruvo mrityu. Meaning, for certain is death for those who are born, and dhruvam. Dhruvam meaning for definite, certain. Janma mritasya cha. I hope you are looking at the book. This is sloka 27, page 246, if you have the book. So, mrityu. For mrityu is certain, janma. Tasmad, therefore, what? Therefore, what? Apariharyarte. Parihara, opposite of parihara is aparihara. I'll tell you both meaning. Parihara and aparihara, both meaning. Nattam sojitum arhasi. Meaning, for certain is death for the born, and certain is birth for the dead. Therefore, or inevitable, what is coming inevitable, you should not grieve. Nattam sojitum arhasi. Jayeti cha gacchedi jagat. Jagat meaning itself is jaya iti gacchedi. What is coming and going is jagat. Grosser argument. You are desperate, not thinking properly. You carefully analyze. In this one, you will know justification. Jatasya dhruvo mrityuhu. Those. But Swamiji, I am born, of course, but I still don't want to die. That is the general complaint, general comment everybody has. But the fact is, you cannot escape. There is no escape. Change is inevitable. Even though we don't like, we have to die. And he's giving solution that you are not dying, your body dying. That's a different issue, but we'll come to that. It has been explained in every changes except a substratum must die today and tomorrow, jadasya dhruvo mrityuh. You did not die as a child. That is for sure. Why? Why we don't know. Lord said, Abhi tera time nahi aaya hai. Your time has not come. That's why I'm not taking you. If you would have died as a child, we will not be sitting here and talking. First thing. So, but any time it may come. It will come. For sure, definite. Dhruvam janma mritachya. Certain is for those who die, be born. There is one way not to die. Kya hai? What is the solution? You should not have been born. Oh, वो तो हो गया अभी अभी क्या करेगा? Already born. Already born तो already die भी है. Accept that. So, through pratyaksha pramana mritasya cha dhruvam janma is not through pratyaksha pramana. This in Yoga Vasishta, Janaka jayate mriyate lokaha mriyate jnanayacha. I see death of somebody else. It will be born again. How I know? Nobody is coming back. After death and say, I am reborn again. ऐसा तो होता नहीं है. But there are stories that we'll talk about later. Who remembers the previous birth and all? There's a different story. Shastra pramana is not there. That is what I am talking. Agama pramana is there. And when the ocean will not have any waves, no one dies. That's correct. There is one possibility. When the sea does not, so Swamiji says, when the sea does not have any waves, when it will happen? Oh, kabhi nahi hoga. Never. As long as there is sea, there will be waves. If one wave goes, other wave will come. This is a continuous process. We have to go to vacate room for the other people to come. New people are being born. Burial ground is busy. Funeral home is busy. This is burying dead bodies. And maternity ward is also busy. New baby born is coming. So I don't believe this. Well, you have the freedom not to believe. But you will die, of course, whether you believe in God or not. For sure. But I don't believe in, it is like telling what, I don't believe in Newton's law of gravity. Oh, you don't believe? No, I don't. See, first of all, this God thing, people say, but God is not. What is the proof God is there? You cannot see with eyes. Your scripture itself says you cannot see with eyes. So I say, without seeing eyes, what is the praman? What is the proof? He is telling that like that. I want to see gravity. I won't believe in gravity until I see it with the eyes. No, gravity you cannot see. Why I can't see? See, this is gravity. See, take this, drop it. You just drop. So that is gravity. That is that is example. Anything you pick, anything you can drop and you can fall. What is a big deal? But I want to see gravity. It is like arguing. Like I want to see gravity. You want to see gravity? There is a way. I'll tell you. You walk from the second floor balcony straight into the road. If you survive, then you will know what gravity is. That is the only way to know, personal knowing. Similarly, the God experience you have to personally experience, then you will know. Understood? Oh, that is right. So I cannot see, I can experience. Yes. This way, that which is born must die, Bhagavan says, which is made to perish. Earlier sloka said, Atma cannot be destroyed by wetting or drying or fire or water. We saw that. Cannot be destroyed. But here it says, you must die, you must perish. Apariharyarte, no parihara. This parihara word, I had to go a little deep. I'll tell you why. Because parihara means what? In English, 4 words can be used for parihara. Parihara is a Sanskrit word meaning solution, remedy, workaround, or mitigation. The 4 words can be used for parihara. Solution, remedy, workaround, mitigation. All meaning same thing only, but different words. I told you 4 words just to make you understand what is parihara. What is the parihara for this? Meaning solution or remedy, workaround or mitigation. Now, this is the meaning of parihara. Aparihara meaning which cannot, no remedy. None of the 4 types. No solution, no remedy, no workaround, no mitigation. Nothing can be. For what? For this. For this what? For death. Who says? Bhagavan Krishna, Lord Krishna said. I didn't say. This is the beauty of teaching Gita, you know. I didn't say. Bhagavan said. You know, can always put it on Bhagavan. Sorry. So childhood onwards, when we were little, when we used to go with mom and dad to some places and temple and all things, we told stories of Ramayana, Bhagavad, Mahabharata, all the stories are told. And it was told there is nothing God cannot do. We were built under that. We even now believe there is nothing my God cannot do. Everything is possible. He can make a world, he can make a creation, he can make magic, he can do jinda hua aadmi mara, you know, all this, whatever he wants, he can do. That's what we thought. And here Bhagavan says, aparihara. Oh. Krishna, there is nothing. I was thinking Lord Krishna can do anything. But this sloka says ulta. Bolte hai, tasmat apariharyarte. Oh. I am hearing first time Bhagavan cannot do anything. मैं कभी अभी ऐसा सोचा नहीं, कोई किताब में ऐसा लिखा है कि भगवान करना कर सकता नहीं. ऐसा ओपनली बोलते नहीं कर सकता कुछ. Oh. That's why I said this sloka is important. You have to understand what is Bhagavan telling, why is Bhagavan telling. He cannot do. हम सोचते तो भगवान कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. अभी उल्टा बोलता उल्टा ना परिहारा. क्या whole theory, my thinking that Bhagavan can do anything is going to zero. Death, nobody can do anything. That's what he says. Even Bhagavan himself, Lord Krishna himself, he also died. Bhagavan also died. Bhagavan also died. You know it. You know the story, how he died. It's a very sad ending, but you know it. How many of the people attending today does not know death of Krishna? Everybody know, I believe.
I don't know.
Okay. In short, I will tell you. It was the last day of Bhagavan Krishna. He has to leave the world. Time came. He knows what? He knows future, past, everything. So he walked into the jungle there where he died. Nobody was there in forest, nothing. He found a tree and he was laying down on a branch, and with his flute, he was music going on, and his leg was cross-legged, and he was doing like this. Underneath of the foot was very pink color. Bhagavan is Neela Megha Shamala Varnam, body color everybody knows. the bottom of the leg is very pink meaning rose color, and it was going like this with the music. Somebody hang that. Okay, now one hunter came. He saw that leg moving. He thought from far away, can you please mute your microphone, everybody? Can you please mute your microphones? Anyway, so this hunter saw this and he shot an arrow and immediately realized it's Bhagavan Krishna. And there is a prayer. It's in Bhagavatam, it is very elaborately written. I'm telling you short. There is no escape from death. Then Bhagavan Krishna says, that's fine, okay. And it is said that it was Bali in a previous life, that hunter was Bali, because says Sri Rama, he killed Bali from behind. Anyway, that's a story of Ramayana, but I'm bringing into this context that there is no workaround, there is no solution, there is no remedy for death. Bhagavan showed his own example. He lived. He could have gone to Surga with the body, like Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira, he went with the body. Nobody else. In the record, I don't know anybody else gone with the mortal body into the Surga. But he said that he could have taken, there is nothing which Bhagavan cannot do. He could have taken the body, but he decided to leave the body in this ground itself. Anyway, so Tasma here says, Apariharye. Even Brahmaji cannot change the rule. He is bound by the rules and regulations of the cosmos. Vasishtaji said this to Ramachandraji, Yoga Vasishta. Second volume of Yoga Vasishta, 6 chapters are there in total Yoga Vasishta. And this is in 5th chapter. Sloka 18, I think, in 5th chapter onwards. You are there all the time. All beings and are combination of the gross body and subtle body. This was Nachiketa's first question in Kathopanishad. Asti ityegam, asti idi chet. Other than Deha, Indriya, Mana, Buddhi, is there anything else? That was a Nachiketa question. Nattam sojitum arhasi. Why are you worried? For an intelligent person, there is no place to worry. People come and people go. This world is full of human beings. See, in Beltway 495, if you have driven, you went into the Beltway. I told this earlier, one of the classes, when we were taking class in Surga Temple. There were people before you entered in the Beltway driving. You wonder who are they? You don't know. Vijay Kumar, you are asking funny, unwanted questions. And telling this to prove a principle which I begin with. And then what happened? You took exit, you have to. Because if you don't take exit, you'll be going round and round. Round and round what? Round and round DC. Destroyer, creator, DC. That's what you'll be. Because you are not getting out. You have to. So when finally your destination came, you took exit and gone. But what happened to the people? Oh, what happened to the people? They were still driving. They will driving for how long? I don't know. Wherever they are going. But what about they leaving? Then again people will come. Now they are, see, this world is like a Beltway 495. I told 495 as an example for the whole world. People will be there all the time. You cannot make it zero. Zero traffic is not possible. It's only in imagination. This zero people in the whole world is mithya. Even this world is mithya. We'll see that. Shankaracharya says. Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya, Jiva Brahma na aparaha. Jiva Brahma. There is no apara. It is not different at all. Such a guarantee he gives. You have full faith in Shankara and no other pramanam, no other proof needed for us to move forward. So here I told Beltu as an example, you should not be grieving. So the reason is, Arjuna, you are grieving. I will tell you, Vijay we are learning chapter 2. That is correct. But in the chapter 2, it says Atma and Atma. But we are this body, you know. How can you say the body is mithya? You are eat and drink and bath and do other things with the body. And when people die, we cry. Has to. This is Vyavaharika Satyam. What you told just now is Vyavaharika Satyam. Is Satyam in this world? Yes. But in Paramartha, that's what we've been telling. Lord Krishna coming from Paramarthic level from 17 onwards. Nattam Sojidu Marhati. So many slokas have same ending. Nattam Sojidu Marhati. Do not grieve. Arjuna, there is no time for you to grieve or thinking of this will die. When I kill, that person is killing and he is dying. It is Vyartham. There is no point in thinking that way. And that is what he's telling. Connecting this stanza with the following stanza, Shankara says, neither it is proper to grieve over things which are mere combination of material causes and effect. This body, which is made of Panchamahabhuta, Panchikarana Prakriya, in Atma Bodha, there is a book called Atma Bodha. In this Panchikarana Prakriya is told how the Panchamahabhutas are cut into several parts and how that Panchikarana process is taking place, and with that this body is made. That's why when we touch the fire, it's getting hot. And when it is cold, you're having feel hot and cold, sukha dukkha for the mind, everything is feeling because it's Pancha Mahabhuta in Panchikarana process. Is that. Anyway, so with that, this sloka is completed and Bhagavan is telling nothing to worry. This thus apariharya, this death, birth will keep on happening in this world. If you keep on worrying, there is no time for you to other things. You will keep on worrying only. And I told you earlier also, suffering is optional. Dukkha is inevitable. Dukkha will come, which is Prarabdha will bring dukkha to us. We should be able to accept it with the grace of Bhagavan. Accept it as a grace from Bhagavan. Even dukkha also is dukkha also. Thank you. Next verse says how this whole jiva is playing a play in this world. Vivek, verse 28, page number 248. Avyaktadini bhutani vyaktamadhyani bharata avyaktanithananyeva tatra ka paridevana. Avyaktadini bhutani, unmanifest in the beginning. These two words, you have to be very familiar with this when you learn this sloka. Avyakta and Vyakta. Avyakta meaning unmanifest. Vyakta meaning clear, manifest in front of me. I understand that way. Avyaktadini bhutani. Bhutani meaning beings. Vyaktam madhyani, manifested madhyani, in the middle. And the middle meaning it was avyakta, and in the middle second section it is there and it's not there in the end. And tatraga avyakta nidana neva, tatraga paridevana. Why even grieve? Beings are experienced to be unmanifest in the beginning, seen manifest in the middle, and again unmanifest at the end. So these three transitions, why were there is grief? Why to grieve? Swakale satyavat bhadi, prabodhe satyavat bhavet. Hey Arjuna, understand that Bhayam Bhema Vidyayam Rataha, you are engaged in Brahma Vidya, you are learning Bhagavad Gita. Avyaktadini Bhutani, the beings are in the unmanifest form in the beginning. Vyakta Madhyani Bharata. This is Sankhada. Sankhada meaning assembly. See, this body is a Karya Karana Sankhada, assembly of cause and effect. For there is a rule of cause and effect. I hope you remember. I told in the beginning, but I will tell again, don't worry, because भूल जाते हैं ना हम लोग, इतना याद थोड़ी रहते हैं हम लोग, doesn't remember. At the time of destruction, avyakta, because you are asked what is your manifestation date, meaning your birth date. You don't take things too seriously. See, Rajju Sarpa, Vyakta Madhyani, now you are doing what about Sarpa? It was unmanifest. Now manifest. Now gone. How the Sarpa, the Rajju Sarpa is bought for Vedanta's books. In so many Vedanta books, you can see this example over and over again. Adhyasa, it is called. Superimposition. Swami Ramakrishna is again coming. Like Sambhaji said, his topic is this, Adhyasa, superimposition, as explained in Brahma Sutra. Now, superimposition is nothing but you are imposing something else on top of something else. That is superimposition. Simple thing. It's called in Sanskrit Adhyasa. Like a rope is lying, you are thinking it's dim light, not clear light. Clear light, you know, it's a rope. Very sure. Dim light, you are not sure. So it's look like a snake. So the snake has rope, two things. You're superimposing. Superimposing two things on one. For superimposition, one thing is sure. At least you need two things. With one thing, it is not possible. Suppose only rope is there. Not possible at all. Guarantee. Two things are there. And you are superimposing the second thing on this one. There is one more thing. Careful in superimposition, in Adhyasa. One thing has to be there as substratum. Two rules. What is first rule? There should be two things. Okay, understood. Second rule, there has to be some substratum. Without substratum, nothing is possible. So, subtraction should be there. And second item is superimposed on the substratum. That's what happening. Rope is there, snake is being superimposed. Immediately fear. Why? Because snake. If it is a rope, then it is inert. Snake is sentient being. And that also, it will bite. Similarly, this whole world is superimposed according to Shankara, not according to us. We'll tell you why it is true, Shankara. So what you are trying to do, then we will ask, what about Sarpa? Sarpa is not there. It is your imagination. These people are not there. This is fallacy, this illusion. Final frontier, when you come to the whole world, let me ask you some question. 100 years from now, or 200 years from now, where you will be? Vijay Kumar, you are talking something. You are asking, it's not silly question. It's a valid question. 200 years from now, where you will be? Vijay Kumarji, see, that question is good, but I cannot answer. Why? Because no, I don't think anybody can answer. I will die and go. Before 100, before 5, 10, 15, I don't know, whatever years is left for me, I will go. उसके बाद में क्या होगा मुझे मत पूछो, don't ask me. But I am telling you, you think. Think what? 200 साल के बाद में? Just imagine 200 years from now, you as an individual, not there. 100 years ago, again you are asking some questions. क्या है? 100 years ago, where were you? You were not there. Oh, you are avyakta. That's what I'm talking. You are avyakta that time. Now you are vyakta, manifest. Again, you will be avyakta in future time. So this nama rupa, all this appears only vacharampanam vikaro namadeya. This vacharampanam meaning is temporary. Why to grieve? This temporary drama we are playing as if it is permanent. ये जिंदगी हमेशा के लिए है. We play our best. जब तक हमारा टाइम आया है, we do the best, and you get out. है ना? So this is not a permanent, which will bring some fruitful to us. This world is for us to experience. Good and bad things will come to us as a prarabdha, as a result of prarabdha. Jadasya dhruvo mrityu dhruvam janma murdachasa. Tasmat aparihara. Again, we just saw the last words. No parihara, Bhagavan says. So, here in this verse, he says, avyakta. Unmanifest. Another example is a seed. A seed is my hand. There is a tree inside. People will laugh. You are telling a tree in your hand, it can be. It's a seed. But seed put in ground with the fertilizer, and over time, it will come up. But seed was there in my hand, yes or no? Effectively, yes. But not actual. That's why called unmanifest. Meaning, it is not clear, identified with that. That is avyaktam. And when it comes, the tree comes, vyaktam. And when the tree drops off, finally goes away, again avyaktam. This is the play of the rule of the game. We have to follow the rule of the game. We have to. So we have whatever is given to us by Bhagavan. Be thankful to him every minute, because our life, we are not sure. And this moment, Gita class is going on, you are paying attention, very good. But after the class, Vijay Kumar, kya hai? There are so many work at home also, so many things to be packed, all this, we are busy till the next class. Oh, then only we remember Bhagavan. Oh, you should remember Bhagavan all the time, every time. Whenever you get time, think of that. Because your time, I told you earlier, remember that example? Fixed post. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Should I go further? No. Vijay Kumarji, don't tell that. We know that. हम जाएंगे, वो ये बोल रहा है ना, हम जाएंगे. Don't worry, I'm ready. I'm not telling about that. Your whatever time is given to you, utilize it. Think of the Supreme. Be thankful to Him. Whatever comes to you is karma bala. This body is also karma bala. We'll talk about that in the next class. This is now time up. Okay? This sloka, little more we'll go and then we'll deal with it. We'll conclude now with prayers. Think of Bhagavan, thankful to Him. Oh, Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, Sarve santu niramayah, Sarve bhadrani pashyantu, Ma kasyid dukha bhat bhavet, Asato ma sadgamaya, Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma amrutam gamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. We'll do now question and answer session. We have some 15 minutes. I think I can go some more on this sloka. I didn't realize it's 15. Okay. Sloka 11 to 25, Bhagavan is talking about Atma. Atma, we know it is Akarta Abhokta. We know that. There is no room for Shoka. Atma is Nitya, 26 and 27. Atma is Anitya, even if you take it continuously born. Then also, why to worry? That's what is logic. Then again he told, Jatasya Dhruva Mrityur, Dhruvam Janma Mridachasa. Anybody who has taken birth will die. There is no escape. This Karya Karana Sankhada, meaning cause and effect relationship. This body is because we did such a karma, so we did this body, we got this body. And I told an example, 100 years ago, you were unmanifest. And again, you'll be unmanifest. Again, you are manifest this time. Very clear. I can see you, I can talk to you, I can transact with you, everything. So life is like an arrow shot from the dark. And you can see the arrow sometime and again going to nowhere. Somebody said, nowhere, you came from nowhere. Nowhere, how do you spell nowhere? N-O-W-H-E-R-E. Right? Then now here. Again, N-O-W. Put this side. Put a gap in between. Here, H-E-R-E. Now here. Again, nowhere. When you die, again, N-O-W-H-E-R-E. Nowhere. Nowhere, now here to nowhere. That is our journey. Unmanifest, going back to unmanifest, manifest for a short time. Anybody afraid of going back home? Oh, home is good. When you go on vacation, oh, tired, packed luggage and everything packed. Again, everything packed again after the end of vacation. Back home, oh, so nice. Whenever you go out of the home, your worries, something. And when you come back, oh, so good, finally home, so nice. My place, similarly you have the feeling when you die and going back home, it'll be so nice. Entertain that feeling that you are going back home. That way you will not be. Vijay Kumarji, death is okay. For my death is fine. No problem. It is others' death which is bother me. Somebody's told me this. My death, fine, it has to happen, it will happen. Don't worry. I'm ready. Uske liye. Huh? Whether you are ready or not, it will come. That is okay. That part. How others' death, because of intimate relationship with that person who departed, you feel sorry. It is my husband, it's my wife, my child, my uncle, my chacha, my father, my mother. When my thought comes, you cannot avoid dukkha. Dukkha will be there. But you have to, this much knowledge, this Gita knowledge, other Vedanta books knowledge, Tattva Bodha, Atma Bodha, all these books knowledge is with us. कुछ तो फर्क होना चाहिए ना? हाँ? So please. Thank you very much. Hari Om. Questions?
Thank you, Vijay Kumarji. This was really very nice explanation at the end, you know. From nowhere to now, here to nowhere. That really makes sense. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vijay Kumarji.
Hari Om. Hari Om Parag ji, very good summary. Good. Awesome. So,
I have a question.
uh,
So, when Bhagavan Krishna refers to Arjun with different names, in this instance, he referred to him as Bharata. Is he trying to imply something?
Tasmad Apariharyartha, which sloka 27?
Hmm.
28, I think, 27.
28.
Yeah, 20. Okay, Avyakta Adini. There is no, oh, Bharata, okay. Vyakta Madhyani Bharata. Yeah, it's just means Bharata is, you know, is calling, address each word meaning something. So Bharata is son of Bharata, you know. So he is addressing him as because he can face anything. This is a small thing, you know. Bharata is so strong for so fighting. You stand for truth. That thing, you have that much power. Is invoking that power in Arjuna, bringing that. Sometimes he says dukkha, when he says about dukkha, he says Kaunteya. Kaunteya meaning Kunti ke bete. Meaning Kunti is the person who went through all kind of dukkhas. If she can withstand, you are the son of her. You should be able to withstand. That is indirect meaning. So many places, different words are used. That's very good. Good point.
One more thing, during the meditation, you mentioned Kalashida.
Which word?
Kalashida?
I didn't get that.
When you're talking about the mind Kalashida, I thought I heard Kalashida.
Alasiga.
Kalashida.
It's a Sanskrit word or English?
No, I'll
Okay,
find out.
please send that. I couldn't get that. If it is Sanskrit, we have
You had referenced some shloka during the meditation.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Maybe it was part of that.
Saddarshanam.
Saddarshanam.
Correct.
Ramana Maharshi. Okay.
Ramana Maharshi, yeah. There is a book, Saddarshanam, should be here somewhere. Yeah. It's a very nice book, very nice book. Search of the self. You find out who you really are.
I have it.
Yeah. Very good book. Maybe we will do Saddarshanam after this. But the Ramana Maharshi's approach is that, who am I? Find out who am I, you get the answer. All sorrows is finished with finding out who am I. Remember I told you when you say I, constitute of 5 items. The last class or class before that, I told. not Panchamahabhuta. 3 bodies, Sushma, Sthula, Karana Sharira. And 2 more.
Chidabhasa
Chidabhasa, very good.
and Atman.
Very good. Chidabhasa includes Ahankara also.
Mm.
Ahankara, I am, that Atma, supreme reality within us, is just watching all the activities of this body. And it will not tell you very good when you do good jobs. It will not tell you very bad. Don't do it. No, it will not. It will just sit there, observe things. That is Paramatma, Purusha. Okay, anybody has any questions?
I missed that explanation. He said, my death is okay, that's going home. What about others' death?
Oh,
I missed that explanation, please.
okay, very good. My death, I'm ready. Whenever it comes, I can face it. But others' death is because of your relationship with other bodies. My wife, my husband, my children, my father, mother, uncle, chacha, whatever that relationship is. You thought there is a bond. There is no bond. That person, individual, came to your life as a so-and-so for a reason. To give us experience. Sukha and Dukkha also that person give. We know that. And on that part, that individual has finished, and then he or she is going. But we will feel sorry. Definitely. Even the book says that I am not the body. Intellectually, we know that I am not the body. But we still cry. We cannot have. Even Bhagavan Krishna cried. Even Mahatma Purushas, they cry. But they keep that cry as separate from the own self. When they meditate, this thought will not come and disturb the meditation. They keep that as an intellectual understanding. This, after all, this is life. My turn will come. I also will go. That thought will supersede all other relative dying thoughts. It will happen, but don't brood over it. That's what Bhagavan Krishna says. Don't go over and over again. Even with Bhagavan, Abhimanyu died, his close friend Arjuna. Arjuna's son died. Bhagavan could not help. That also brutal killing. So many people standing around and killing. That boy of 18, he died. Think about it. So many youngsters die in border every day. We see that. Thank you. That is because Sangha. Others' death is because of Sangha. Attachment. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
Thank you, Vijay.
Hari Om.
Thank you, Vijayji.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Vijayji.
Hari Om.
Thank you, Vijayji.
Vijayji, I do have a question which is not related to Bhagavad Katha, but the one story you were telling. May I ask that question, please?
Please.
You said that when Krishna was shot, Shri Krishna was shot, that was by hunter who was Bali.
Bali, correct. It is said.
But I have been hearing from different lectures that whoever was killed by Lord Rama or Lord Krishna, they all attain moksha. So I'm a bit confused.
I think the attain moksha is not for Krishna and Rama. They don't have
No,
to attain.
no. I'm asking the people who were killed by Lord Krishna or by Lord Rama. Like, for example, Bali was killed by Lord Rama.
Correct.
So that what I have been hearing from different sources, that people who were killed by Lord Rama or by Lord Krishna attained moksha.
Very right. Very right. Attain moksha. Correct.
So then how come Bali did not attain moksha and came back in next life being a hunter?
Maybe the desire was there to kill Bhagavan, because we don't know, which is said in the scriptures. We don't know whether it's true or not, but so we believe what is said there. So it says hunter was, but there is no proof that Bali was again born. But you are right. With Bhagavan's hands, whoever dies is having moksha, liberation. But even with that hunter, his praying is there. Is, if you read Bhagavatam story, that Chamapadam is there. I didn't know you think.
Okay.
Anyway, very good.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vijayji.
Thank you.
Rajanji just reminded me that did we pick a person to summarize?
Oh, yes, very good question. We do not have any person. Anybody volunteer? Rajanji can do. Who has now taken so far? Who is C.K. Bhatia ji? No, he's already did. Chandrakant.
Yeah, he did. Everybody did.
Okay.
I don't know about Mr.
Who is Sanat Bakshi ji? Sanat Bakshi ji. Please give it a try. He can do it. I know.
What is he asking?
What is it?
What was the question?
Summary.
Summary of what we.
Summary of today's class in the next class.
Today's class.
Only 5 minutes.
Well, I tried to do what I understood.
Yes.
Which would necessarily be incomplete and not whatever you said, but I'll try.
Right. Very good. Thank you. You have 1 week. You have 1 week to prepare. Okay.
No. He says next week you can give to somebody. That's what you're asking, right?
Next Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Next Saturday.
I'll try to summarize what you said today.
Right. Yeah.
Next Saturday.
Awesome.
Okay.
Right. And
thank you. I'll try my best.
Yeah. And we enjoyed. This is our first time.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. We came to know last week, but we were late. Yes.
Our daughter told us about this program.
Yeah.
And she sent us a link to join.
Actually, our daughter and my husband, they both volunteer in the free clinic in Durga Temple.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Right. So,
awesome.
But anyway, we will see you next week, Saturday.
Oh, you said the next time, the time will be 11 to 12, correct?
Next week?
I misunderstand.
No. The next Saturday, same time.
Same time, 12:15 to 1:15.
Very good.
Okay.
I'm talking about after September. It will be moved to Sunday.
Oh, okay.
No, Saturday it will be Sunday.
All right.
Actually, Bakshiji, it's 12 to 1:15.
Okay.
Okay, 12 to 1:15. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
It was a great pleasure to join
and
you.
We'll definitely
join everybody.
We'll definitely
and we'll make it a rule to join the group every Saturday.
Very good. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. See, this is what you tell others. You tell anyone about this class going on. It is a thing which will come to your mind. I should tell this. I should tell to others who is not joining. Whether they come or not, it's up to them. लेकिन बोलना तो हमारा it is our responsibility to tell somebody. To tell is the best method to communicate to others that punya comes to you, because whether that person comes or not, you did your part.
Yes.
So We should. This is an example. Thank you very much. And I hope everybody do this like this. Thank you.
Can I ask one more question, please?
Please.
You gave the page number of a certain book. What book is that?
This is Bhagavad Gita.
By Swami Chinmayanand ji?
Yes. I can get you this. If you give me your address, I can drop one copy.
Okay.
Can we email you or give you now?
You can email me, no problem.
Kaushik, give me your phone number, then we can communicate.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Okay.
571
571
585
585
46
46
51.
571 585 4651. Okay, I'll
Yeah,
communicate.
our name is Saroj and Sanat Bakshi. My name is Saroj and his name is Sanat Bakshi.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Vijayji. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Vijayji.
Aneka Kodi Namaskaram to everybody.
Hari Om, Vijayji.
It's a pleasant to see everybody.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hari Om, Hitulji.